exercise class. To do this class, I would suggest that you get yourself a nice clear space to work from, some comfortable footwear, some water to keep yourself hydrated as you go through, and also depending on your confidence with your balance, you may also need a chair for a little bit of support as well. Just make sure that that chair is secure and it's not going to slide across your flooring in any way. When you're coming to use this for support, you can have it with full support with both hands. You can have one hand, you can have both hands with fingertips, or one hand and fingertips. The other option is to do all of this class in front of your chair, close enough that you can use it as and when you will. I'm going to stay back and away from the chair just so that you can clearly see the movements that we're doing as we're going through. It's really important to remember that this is your workout. If you want to take these movements a little bit slower, as you're going through, then feel free, listen to your body. If anything doesn't feel comfortable or you don't feel able to do, as long as you keep yourself moving, then I'm happy with that as well. Let's get started. So we're going to start with a march. As you lift and lower your feet, you're going to keep your feet quite close to the floor. We're going to work on that ankle mobility and strength. So we're going to get our toes to go down first and then your heels. It's quite tempting just to lift and lower the feet and flatten them down, but I want you to try and get your ankles to move as much as you can. As you move your ankles, you're really working on that flexibility and strength, which is really good for helping your balance as you go through. It's amazing how much that ankle flexibility and movement can help with your balance. As I lift and lower my feet, I'm standing nice and tall, my shoulders are back. Take a nice deep breaths. The other thing I'd like you to try is engaging your tummy muscles. So I want you to engage your core. By engaging your stomach, you're helping to support your back as you're going through each movement. It's also going to keep you upright. Okay, from here we're going to start with a toe tap to the side. So as you tap your toes, your legs nice and long. Your heels lifting up off the ground. You're transferring your body weight from one side to the other. As you move, I want you to try and make a nice definite point with the toes. Nice ballerina toes as you go. I'm still standing tall, I'm still engaging my core, and I'm taking those deep breaths. Remember your support if you need it. Feel free to slow this movement down if you want to. Let's do 2 more. Good, and now we're going to take it into a march again. So as you march, you're lifting and lowering your feet again. Upper body's still relaxed. We're going to try and keep our bodies moving all the time. So even if you decide to stop and take a drink, obviously when you need one, I'd like you to try and keep your feet moving. So you can do a gentle march as we were doing just now, or you can stop your feet and wiggle your toes. As long as you're keeping that movement there, I'm happy. Okay, from here we're going to now try and tap the heel to the front. So as you tap your heel, your toes are going up towards the ceiling, pulling them slightly back towards you. You'll notice that I'm doing a slight bend in my supporting leg. That's as I reach my heel forward, I've got that soft bend in that supporting leg as well. Meanwhile, my upper body's nice and tall, engaging my tummy muscles, and taking nice deep breaths. Good, let's do 2 more, and then we're taking it back into march again. So same as last time, we're lifting and lowering the feet. Nice deep breaths. Good. Okay, from here we're going to start to tap the toes back. So feel free to stay into a march while I show you first, and then you can join in once you're ready. To do this, I'd like you to stretch your leg back and tap your toes. As you tap the toes, the upper body's nice and tall. You're getting a good stretch through the front of the thigh, engaging through the back of the leg and up into the bum. By moving our body in lots of different directions, we're targeting all the major muscle groups. We're also making sure that everything's getting nice and warm. Good, let's do 2 more, and then we're back into march again. Lifting and lowering the feet. Nice deep breaths, engaging those tummy muscles, thinking about your posture. Right, from here we're now going to do a side step. So for a side step, you step and travel. Step and travel. So you step, bring your feet together, step, feet together. Now what speed you decide to go to is up to you. Just bear in mind that we're still in the warm-up stages, so we're just wanting a nice gradual increase of pace. It's more important that you do nice, clean, precise movements than how fast you go. Your heels and your toes are down onto the floor, so both feet are flat onto the floor each time you transfer over. Remember your support if you need. Let's do 2 more. And now we're back into march again. Lifting and lowering the feet. This is getting a bit more of a familiar move now, so hopefully this is your comfort zone coming back, so we can start to lift the feet a little bit higher if you can. If you're happy keeping your feet close to the floor, please do that. But if you can't lift your feet higher, please do. Toes down first, then your heels. Nice deep breaths. Okay, from here we're going to go for a hamstring curl. So, to do this, you take your body weight onto one leg, you bend the opposite knee, and then you bring your heel up behind. So you'll notice that my knees are pointing down to the floor. My feet are staying quite close together. You'll notice as my body moves from one side to the other, I'm trying to still keep my upper body tall. So this is for working into the back of the thigh. Use your support if you need. Please go at your own pace. Let's do 2 more. And go back into the march again. Hopefully you're getting a little bit warmer now. Working through our different movements, getting them a bit more familiar so you know what's coming. Okay, next we're going to go into a knee lift. So you're going to step onto one foot and lift the knee. How high you lift the knee is entirely up to you and what feels comfortable. I want you to try and engage your stomach muscles as you lift your knee. It's going to help strengthen your core. It's also going to help keep you balanced. I'm returning my feet back to roughly hip distance apart between each one. Don't worry too much about it, but remember the support is there if you need. Let's do 2 more. And we're back into a march. Good. Okay, so we've been through all the main movements through just working the lower body. We're now going to just gradually warm up the upper body so that we can start to add it in as well. I'd like you to try and keep your feet moving as much as you can. If you'd like to, for balance, you can stop your feet. Just try and keep your toes wiggling as you go through, just to keep that blood circulating comfortably through your body. So, either with the feet marching, or the wiggling the toes, stand tall, arms by your side, reach your hand down one leg, lengthen through the crown of your head as you come into the middle, and then the other side. You'll notice my toes are wiggling all the way through, lengthening through the top of your head. Now this is good for mobilising your spine, so we're just making sure that your back's ready to go, nice and warm through natural movements. So I only want you to go as far as feels comfortable for you. Come back into the centre, and we're into a march again. Lifting and lowering the feet, making sure that we're keeping that heart rate up, blood circulating as we go through. Now what we're going to do is shoulder rolls. So you're going to lift your shoulders up, back and right. Right, up, back and right. So as you do that full movement, you're opening up across the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades, dropping that shoulders back and down. Taking nice deep breaths. Last one. Good, and into march. Now I kept marching throughout that, but remember you could have stayed and wiggled your toes if you prefer. Next we're going to try and loosen off and stretch through the neck and across the top of the shoulders. So again, keeping the feet marching or wiggling the toes, I want you to lengthen through the crown of your head. Shoulders back and down, and just gently turn your head to one side. Slowly come into the middle, and then it's the other side. And back into the middle. So as you do this, we're stretching around the side of your neck and round the back. Helping keep that natural movement. One more each way. Good. Back into the middle, and we're back into a march again. Now we've loosened off that upper body, hopefully, we're now going to add in the arms. So you'll notice as I've added in that arm action, I've got a bend in my elbows. I'm swinging from the elbows back and forth. This is going to help warm up my chest and my upper back as well. Now that we've gradually built up the moves, adding in the upper body is going to make it a little bit more challenging. So please remember to go at your own pace. Make sure that you feel comfortable as you go through. You can still use the support here, and while adding in the arms, you can just keep one hand down as you work one hand if you want to, or just the fingertips. Just make sure that you swap throughout so that you're working both sides equally. Now as you march, nice deep breaths, core working, lifting and lowering the feet. Toes going down first, then the heels. Okay, we're going to go back to the toe taps out to the side, but we're going to lift from the elbow up. So we're transferring from one side to the other, lifting up through the shoulder, warming up, moving that upper body at the same time. Please go at your own pace. Use the support if you need. Nice, precise movements rather than increasing the speed. Two more. Good, and we're marching again. Still got that bend in the elbows, keeping the body moving. Good. Okay, now we're going to go back into that heel taps to the front. So as you tap the heel to the front, remember you've got that soft bend in your supporting leg. You're pulling the toes back towards you. To add in arms, I'd like you to try and cross the arms in front if you can. Another option is just to keep with that swinging of the arms as you go. It's up to you, but if you can cross over, cross over. Keep the hands quite close by your body. Arms are nice and long, and keeping yourself moving. Pull that toes back towards you. Two more. Good, and we're back to the march. Arms are still moving. Hopefully by now you're feeling a bit warmer, feeling like you're working. Take nice deep breaths. Good. Okay, this time we're going to go for more heel taps to the back. So as you tap the heels, no, not the heels, the toes. So as you tap the toes back, your legs nice and long. As you tap the heels, I want you to try and bring your arms back behind you. So your body's still nice and tall, arms are long, your palms face back behind you here. This is good again for opening up the chest. It's also strengthening and working through the back of the arms as well. Remember to use your support as you need. Good, two more. Good, and we're back into the march. Arms moving, lifting and lowering the feet. Nice deep breaths. Hopefully you're feeling a bit warmer by now. Okay, now we're going to go into side steps, tap into the side. So, step and travel, bringing the feet together. So you can still move the arms. For this one, I prefer to do both arms at the same time. I've still got a bend in the elbows. Taking nice, precise movements. If you can step a little bit wider, now you're feeling a bit warmer, give it a try. You can use the chair for support when you need. Listen to your body. Get that arms going if you can. Good, keep going. 2 more. And let's march it out. Keep that body moving. Engaging that core, getting that tummy muscles working. Supporting your back. All of these movements are really good for working on your balance. Very good for keeping the heart rate up as well. Keeping that rhythm going so you can keep your body moving all the time. If in doubt, bring it back to a march. As long as you're moving, you're going to be working on all of the things we just said. Now we're going to step and lift the heel. So step and heel up, step, heel up. So just like we did last time, but now we're adding in the arm action if we can. Remember to use the support if you need to. Slow it down. Nice, precise movements. Bend in the knee, heel up behind. You're still keeping yourself nice and tall, using your core. Good, let's do 2 more. Good, and we're back to that march again. Good. Okay, next up is that knee lift. So, step, and lift. Now for this one, I want you to try and tap the opposite hand onto the knee. So you're moving the arms across your body if you can. If you want to keep that knee lift lower, keep it lower. If you can lift it up nice and high, go for that as well. Remember, it's form and position, good technique rather than speed. Tighten that tummy muscles as you lift your knee up. Good, 2 more. And we're back into that march again. Well done. Good. Keep the arms moving, bending the elbows, coming back and forth. Okay, we're going to go back to that tap to the side, but this time we're going to get that arm extended right out. So the arm nice and long. Tapping the toes, arm out to the side and up. Keep your posture tall. Now we're working more of that muscles across the upper body, challenging the balance a little bit more now that we've lengthened our levers. So longer limbs. Tapping out to the side. Use that stomach muscles to help keep you balanced and build up your strength. Good, let's do 2 more. And we're back to a march. Keeping that arms going. Nice deep breaths. Good. Okay, next we're going to go for that heel taps to the front again. Pulling the toes in. Crossing the arms in front. Now I want you to bend the knee. Take yourself down a little bit lower if you can. Remember, you've got that support of the chair if you need it. You'll notice now that I'm going down a little bit further, I've slowed right down. It's more important that I can keep my balance and work on strengthening the muscles through the legs. Let me come up and down. Remember, you don't have to progress it if you don't want to. If you want to stay with a heel tap in front, you can. By adding in the knee bend, you're just giving yourself more of a challenge. Let's do 2 more. And we're back to a march. Good. Arms are going, working that chest, working across the top of your back. Lifting and lowering the feet. Okay, I'm going to show you this one. This is where we're going to the tap back. So as you tap back, I want you to swing your arms forward. So you can do same arm and same leg, or if you wish, you can try and do opposites. Opposite arm forward as the leg goes back. It doesn't matter whether it's the same arm and leg or whether it's opposite. You'll notice that naturally my body's leaning slightly forward. This is to help keep me balanced. This is also to make sure that I'm using my stomach muscles as opposed to straining through my back. As I come forward, I'm engaging my stomach. Nice long levers again, lifting and lowering from the shoulders and the hips. Toes down to the ground. 2 more. Good, and let's march. Arms are still going. Keep your body moving. Now remember, I'm gradually increasing these movements, making them slightly more challenging each time. Please listen to your body. If you want to stay with the base level of the move, please do that, and there's always time to progress. Okay, let's go for that side step. So step, feet together, and back. Now this time, I want you to do nice wide steps. So we're traveling a little bit further. One side to the other. Where my feet are nice and flat down onto the floor as I step together. My arms are still moving, I've still got a bend in my elbows. I'm gently squeezing the shoulder blades as I bring my arms back. This way I'm working in my entire body. Wide steps if you can. Remember, you can keep them narrower. 2 more. Good, and let's march. Nice deep breaths. Good, right, let's step and bring the heel up. Step and lift the heel. Now you'll notice I've widened my base of support. So rather than having my feet quite close together, I've now got my feet a little bit wider. I'm transferring from one side to the other. It's going to help me get into a little rhythm a little bit more. It's going to help challenge that balance. Breathe. One side, then the other. Good, 2 more. Good, and let's march. Good, keep returning to that march if you need to. Remember, if you're stopping for drinks, keep your feet moving. You can also just wiggle your toes. Go at your own speed. Right, now we're lifting the knees up again. Tapping onto that opposite knee if you can. Tightening your stomach muscles as the knee comes up. Breathe. Good. Think about your posture. Really engage your stomach muscles as you bring your leg up. Remember to use that chair if you need to for support. Good, 2 more. Perfect, and we're back into the march again. Brilliant, well done. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of strengthening. This is really good for, again, strengthening the whole body, challenging and working on your balance and stability as well. So the first one that we're going to do is we're going to go for a nice squat or a knee bend. So you can use the chair for support for this one, but I'd like your feet to be shoulder width apart, toes pointing forward. Wiggle the toes, shoulders back, abs in. When you're ready, bend your knees to lower your body down and come up. Down and up. So we're starting with a knee bend. How low you go is entirely up to you. I want you to keep your feet flat down onto the floor. Down and up. Chest is nice and high. Slow, controlled movements. Good, let's do 1 more. And we're back to the march again, keeping our body moving. Good. Next, we're going to do calf raises. So this is for strengthening the back of the leg. So right down into the base here. So use your chair for support. This time, feet are hip distance apart. You're going to come right up onto your toes and down. Right up and down. Keep that tummy muscles working. Think about the posture being nice and tall. Up and down. If I show you from the side, you should be feeling as if you're coming right up onto the ball of your foot and your big toes. Good, let's do one more. And let's march again. Keeping that heart rate up, blood circulating as we go through. Nice deep breaths. Okay, next up is we're going to do toe lift, toe raises. This is a really good one for balance, quite a tricky one. So this one, use the chair for support if you need, but you lift the toes up and down. So lift and lower. As you lift and lower, you're keeping your body tall, tummy muscles working, using that support if you need. Try and avoid sticking your tailbone back as you come up. I want you to keep yourself tall. Good, let's do one more. Good, and we're marching, well done. Arms are still moving if you can, lifting and lowering the feet. Good, keep going. Okay, we're going to do one more round of that knee bends. This time we're going to try and go a little bit lower, only if you can and it feels comfortable. So, back to feet shoulder width apart, standing tall. Abs in. When you're ready, bend your knees, lower yourself down, push through your heels as you come up. Now that you're trying to go a little bit lower, you want your tailbone to go back as you go down. Your knees should always be behind your toes. Your chest is up high, tummy muscles are working. Try and focus on an area or a viewpoint just in front of you to help keep you on track, to make sure that you're keeping your chest and your head up. Let's do one more. Good, and back into the march. Good. Make sure that arms are moving. It's going to keep the chest and the back working as you're going. Well done. Okay, we're back to that calf raises, so lifting the heels up. This time we're going to add in a slight pause. So you're going to lift, come right up onto the ball of your feet, hold it there for a couple of seconds, then slowly lower down. Lift right up, come up onto the ball of your foot, no support if you can, then down. For these, it's more important that you work on that strength. So if using the base of support through the chair helps, please do that. There's plenty time to reduce the support if you need to. Right up onto the ball of your foot, then down. One more, hold it there, and down. Good. Right, we're back into a march again. Okay, right then, toe raises time. So same as what we did with the calf raises. We're going to lift your toes up, you're going to hold them up for a few seconds, then you're going to slowly let them come down. Lift the toes up, hold them there for a few seconds, then come down. If and when you feel able to, try and reduce the support. Make sure that that tailbone is tucked underneath, so you're standing nice and tall. Use your stomach muscles. Nice deep breaths. Good, two more. Good, and relax. Well done. Right then guys, we're back into that march again. Keeping the arms going, lifting and lowering the feet. Okay, we're going to tap to the side with that bent elbow, arm up. So we're shortening our levers as we gradually taper this down. So this is us heading towards our cool down section. So this is where we're going through the same movement, but we're going to start to reduce that level of intensity down a little bit. As always, I want you to keep nice deep breaths, thinking about your balance and your posture. Two more. Good, and let's come back into the march. start to just gradually reduce that speed. If you've started to pick the pace up as you went through, let's reduce the speed down. I'm still moving my arms are still bent from the elbow. I'm still moving from the shoulder. Okay, let's do the heel tap in front, crossing the arms over. So we've just got a small bend in that supporting leg now. Arms are crossing in front. Keep your posture tall, engage your stomach. Nice deep breaths. Good. 2 more. Good, and let's march. Good. Lifting and lowering the feet, toes down first, then the heels. Okay, we're going to go for that tap back. Opposite arm and leg if you can. Otherwise, same arm and leg is fine. Just keep that body tall. Remember, you lean forward slightly for this one. Engage in your stomach. This is really good for your posture. Very good for strengthening your core and balance. Take your time. Breathe. Two more. Good, and let's march. Arms are still moving. We're just relaxing off slightly. Okay, next we're going to do that side steps to the side. So step together and travel. Step and travel. Feet are flat down on the floor, moving from one side to the other. You've noticed I've shortened my steps a little bit. We did nice wide steps last time. We're back to just making them slightly narrower. 2 more. And we're back into the march. Hopefully you're starting to feel your body temperature cooling down just slightly. Nice, relaxed off into the movements. Still precise and secure with your movements, just that little bit slower, taking the tempo down. Now we're going to step and lift the heel. Transferring the body weight over, I've narrowed my support again. So rather than going really from one side to the other, my feet are closer together. Arms are moving if you can. Remember, you can use that support. Good, 2 more. And we're back into the march. Good, right then, knee lift. Step and lift the knee. This time you're not going to lift the knee up quite so high. You're still tightening your abdominals as you lift the knee up. You're just taking that slow step as you come up. Good, 2 more. And we're into the march. Now we're going to take the upper body out of it. So I just want your arms to relax down by your side when you're ready. We're still keeping the feet moving. We're doing that gentle marches, still moving through the ankles with the toes going down first, then the heels. Okay, let's do our side taps to the side. Slow, controlled movement. Keeping the feet quite close together. So rather than really stretching the leg out, I want you to keep your feet quite close and underneath you. Two more. Good, and then let's march. Good, you'll notice that my feet are a little bit closer to the floor now. I'm taking the emphasis out of that height in the lift in the knees and keeping the feet closer to the floor. Still make sure that ankles are moving, rolling through Toes down first, then the heels. Now let's tap the heel in front. There's a very, very small bend in your supporting leg, but the emphasis is more about keeping the foot a little bit closer towards your body so that you're just lifting that toes to the roof. Good. 2 more, and then let's march. Good. Right, when you're ready, tapping back. Tapping the toes back, keeping the feet quite close together and underneath you. Keep yourself tall. Think about your body position. Good. 2 more. And then let's march. Okay, we're going to go into that side step. So nice small steps going from one side to the other. Transferring the body weight from one side to the other, keeping our posture tall. Good, let's do 2 more. Good, and back into that gentle march. Again, I'm hoping that your body temperature is coming down a little bit more, starting to feel a little bit more relaxed, tempo coming down a little bit. If it's not, there's a good chance you're still making your movements a little bit too big or possibly going a little bit too quickly. So try and slow things down. When you're ready, bend the knee, lift the heel up. So, as we said, tempo is down. One side to the other, bend in the knee. You're still lifting your heel up, but we're just slowing it down. Gently transferring from one side to the other. 2 more. Good, and then let's march. Good. Okay, we're going to keep our feet moving. As we did before, you can keep yourself into a march or you can wiggle your toes, but we're going to stretch off the upper body. So when you're ready, I want you to roll your shoulders back. Place your hands onto the base of your back, lift up through your chest and bring your elbows together. So this is going to stretch across the front of your chest. So it's important that your shoulders are down and away from your ears. Remember, you can wiggle the toes if you're looking for balance. Nice and tall. Good, and then relax. Bringing yourself back into the gentle march. Good, now we're going to stretch across your shoulder. So again, stay with the march if you can, otherwise it's wiggling the toes. You're going to bring one arm across your body. Support it above or below the elbow and bring it in towards you. Shoulders are back and down and away from your ears. As you bring it across your body, you're encouraging that stretch across the front and the down front of the shoulder and down the arm. Nice and relaxed. Then over to the other side. Shoulders are down. Remember, you can have it a little bit lower if you want to. You don't have to have it right up in front of your chest. Good, and relax. Back into the march. Okay, we're going to do that toe taps to the front this time. So we're doing heel taps, but now we're into toe taps to the front. Slowing it down. From here, we're going to bring this into hamstring stretch, so stretching through the back of the thigh. So I want you to slow down, and the next time you step your foot forward, take it forward. You're now going to take both hands and place them on the bent leg at the back. So if I show you from the side, both feet are flat on the floor, toes pointing forward. You're going to bend the leg at the back as your tailbone pushes back and your body comes straight forward. Keep your chest up high, and you should feel that stretch right up and down the back of the thigh. From here. Nice and straight up here. Keep that toes wiggling, and when you're ready, pull your toes back towards you to now feel that stretch down into your lower leg, so into the calf. Toes are still wiggling. and relax. Come up, point the toes again. Then we're going to stretch the opposite side. So when you're ready, take that opposite foot forward. Bend the leg at the back, place both hands on the front of the thigh. Push your tailbone back, lean your body forward. Toes are still wiggling. Nice deep breaths. When you're ready, pull your toes up back towards you, wiggling the toes. Good, and relax. Now into a gentle march. Next we're going to stretch off the front of the thighs and into your hip flexors. So we've got a couple of options for this one. So option one is you can use the chair. You're going to keep your upper body tall. You're going to step your leg back so you're resting onto your toes. You're then going to bend both knees and push your hips forward. So you're trying to feel the stretch through the front of the thigh and the top of the hip. If you're able to, you can stand on one leg and take the foot into that opposite, same hand, either holding onto your foot or your ankle, keeping your knees together, pushing your hips forward. It depends on your own comfort and flexibility. However, this stretch will work just the same as the one grasping onto your foot. Relax off and let's swap to the other side. So other foot back, bend the knees, really emphasize and push that hips forward, keeping the body tall. Breathe. Come up. Take a hold of the foot if you can, otherwise stay into that same stretch. Good, and nice and easy into a gentle march. Roll that shoulders again, up, back and round. Now, if you're able to, using the sport if you want to, once you stand on one foot, lift one foot and circle the ankle. So circle the ankle round one way, then change direction. Drop that foot down and then let's swap over. Change direction. Good. Get both feet on the floor, wiggling the toes, and now circle the wrists. Good, change direction. Good, bring your hands together, give yourself a clap. Thank you very much, well done.